It's not like it's brand new to you, but it has certainly not been the position you've played the most in your NFL career. How do you feel right now?
Good. Get a week of practice there. Get rooted in there a little bit, and then go play a game.
Having gotten some work in Monday night, how much did that help in terms of getting your feet wet?
Good. Just get some live game reps at center is good. Definitely doesn't hurt. All right. So, yeah.
What is the biggest area of focus that you want to get accomplished this week before you do play in a full game?
Run the ball. Shoot. I got my own things to focus on, but I think just run that ball.
Sean, I'm sure no player wants to get a job like this with somebody else getting hurt, but it is an opportunity for you maybe when things weren't looking so good a couple of weeks ago about your future here. So what do you do? How do you look at this, this stretch of games here?
I'll make the most of it. Unfortunately we play a game with, a pretty high injury rate, so it's always the next guy up. But, my number got called, so I got to go out there and perform.
Sean, how beneficial would be that, there's no doubt you're not playing center guard, you're playing center. Okay, how beneficial is that as you prepare for the Giants?
Good, because I know where I'll be, and it allows me to kind of focus on, center technique and doing all that. So it'll help, take some off my mental play a little bit throughout the week. So that's good.
Sean, to Rob's point, how, I don't want to say down, but how difficult was it for that one game where it was all Jordan, and then you get a little bit of the rotation the next week? What's that been like for you, and did you have to kind of overcome the mental aspect of being disappointed or frustrated?
I mean, yeah, obviously disappointment was there. If you're a real competitor, obviously you want to be out there with the guys, grinding out and doing hard. But hey, try not to hold grudges and stay ready, and so that when I get my op, I could go in there and do my thing.
You had said a few weeks ago, I think, that you probably didn't think your future was here next year. Does this give you an opportunity to change their minds?
I don't know. I'm worried about this week. Just playing center, getting ball, quarterback, and do my job.
After that week where you didn't play at all, what had the message been from the staff to you? Had they told you that it was still going to be a competitive thing each week, or were you...
I think that's a question for the coaches. I was kind of just preparing during the week to kind of play all three in a way. One of those things. But yeah, it's, I think, a question for them.
Sean, are you, for lack of a better term, built for this, right? We remember what you went through your rookie year.
Yeah.
And there were times where it kind of felt like they were always looking for somebody other than you.
Yeah.
And every time you seem to answer the bell. So has that helped you prepare?
Yeah, right. It's kind of like that theme of, my career is just kind of, one of those things, but can't break, can't bend, or got to bend, you can't break. So I kind of just stayed ready. It's kind of one of those things, right? So it's been okay so far.
What are you guys up against with this front? They got, obviously, Matt mentioned it too, 4 first-round picks and everything else.
They're a good front. They got some players over there, but we're a good O-line, we're a good team. So, they get paid over there too. We get paid over here, so it's going to be a good game. Try not to do anything too cute and just do our thing.
Sean, how's it been working with Jordan Love, and then obviously this week, how valuable is that, getting the reps with him now that that's going to be you in the middle there?
Great. J Love's a great guy, great quarterback. I've been taking some snaps with him, progressively throughout the year, so it's not like a brand new thing. But taking all of them this week will obviously be, better than just a handful, and then you get one gun, one under center, and then you got to go out there, So it'll be better this week.
Sean, you talked about running the ball. I guess this is the million-dollar question. What's the key to running the ball the way, you like, and even, how you guys did do it at a high level last year?
Not try to do anything too, like I said, too cute. Just, they could know what we're running. Like I was saying this at the end of the last game, but they still got to stop it. So I think we got to kind of get back to that of, not trying to outsmart anybody, but just kind of go through it, so, yeah.
What? Sean, any offensive line worth its salt says it starts with us.
Yeah.
Right? That's the attitude.
Right.
with the offensive struggles, is that even more the case for you guys as a group to say, hey, we got to get our together?
Yeah, 100%. We'll take it on our backs, so it does start with us, Like I said, you need a run game to open up the pass game. So we'll take it, and it's on our backs. And we're happy to have it, It's the only way, right? So it's a good time.
What has been holding y'all back as a line from being as consistent as you'd like? Has it just been, obviously you've had a number of injuries, a number of combinations. Is that what it's been, or has there been other things?
It's just we've been shooting ourselves in the foot. It's really the details, really being detail-oriented and, just working together and doing our job, not trying to do too much, not trying to do, someone else's job, just worried about us and do what we need to.